Okay, you want to get into the... Which one do you want to mess with first? The iMac or the other thing?
I like the battery charger because, I'm not a Apple user. That really, I don't dwell in the realm of Apple monitors and doing away with
you don't need a little bit of Apple magic and hypocrisy with every bowl of data?
The Apple battery charger deal. Boy, did I tweet a lot about that. I did a lot of posts on Twitter. I went on a tirade, which pissed off or made a few people laugh. Actually, I just said, I want to get the batteries that Apple's selling and shave off the silver paint, put it in a lip jar and sell it on eBay and call it Apple Magic. I mean, it's what Apple Magic is. That is exactly the epitome of it right there. I mean, I was just laughing all day about the battery charger. I got a really good laugh. I mean, if somebody wants to buy it, they're gonna buy it. I won't cut that button. But if you want the silver paint on there, I should make a service where I charge $3, and you can send me your Duracells or Energizers or whatever brand you prefer, and I'll put a silver coating on it.
Well, no, the other thing, they're like saying we're more green and we're more sun, and this is more efficient, and I'm like,
My LG phone does power management on the charge, where like if it gets full, it stops. And electricity.
Honestly, my assessment on this charger is it's an insult to the intelligence of the average end user. It's not as transparent on some of Apple products as us geeks would like about what you're actually paying for and what you're actually paying an arm and a leg for. But on this, I'm sorry. Grandma can go to the store and see. Let's see. Every battery charger in Walmart is $9, and this one's $30, plus shipping, plus delayed time. Is it free shipping on the $30 charger? I don't actually know.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't know.
It's just, I swear.
But what it is appealing to is, let's be honest. I know why Apple does a lot of these things. Their demographic is such that
I need the Apple logo on my child. My firstborn must have the Apple logo.
You honestly sell to a lot of consumers that prefer to have the uniform brand. It's they feel very comfortable as a consumer that everything they own is all Dell, all IBM, all Apple. And Apple has quite a lot of consumers that fit that category. That if it's an Apple USB cable that's sold, they're going to go buy it, because that's the type of consumer that they are, and Apple's definitely addressing that, because, like I said, is a tremendous amount of consumers that they appeal to, and there will be a lot of battery chargers that are sold because of it. But I'm not that Apple user, but I can tell you, I've been to homes where the desk is super clean, and it's if they had an Apple cable cover, it would be there. But everything is Apple there. The Apple stands, or an Apple authorized speaker, something. Everything Apple, and they feel comfortable with it, and they feel proud of that, and they stick to it. And this battery charger is going to be right there on the dust-free, super clean desk, probably next to the iPod charger and the iPhone charger and all that other things. And that'll be the road that a lot of those consumers are very comfortable in. That's not me, because what would be a problem for them is that they God forbid they have Energizer batteries or a Sony charger on the desk.
What I would like to see here is how do those Apple batteries stack up to the high-end ones, because they're like claiming they're vastly superior. What I would laugh my ass off here is if these Apple Magic batteries that cost way more with the Apple charger actually are less efficient than something like the titanium squareds or something. Because it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, someone will test it.
Oh, I'm sure that test is coming soon. I mean, that test is going to take like at least 60 days to do, though, in good respect, though. You have to
That's all we need, you know. And then we get bumpers now for batteries because they didn't screw up or something.
Well, but here's the thing. At the end of the day, there's only so many materials you can use in a chemical cell.
Sure.
There only are. Which means, and it's become to the point that the difference between brand X and brand Y, in spite of all these commercials that go, only Energizer, only Duracell, and now to be followed by the only Apple commercials, but at the end of the day, they're all comparable. The difference between Magic Formula X, Magic Formula Y, and Magic Formula Z is a tenth of 0.01%, and it varies on application of what you're actually doing.
Sure.
And other things, which means what's absolutely perfect for one user is not perfect for the other, and the difference, like I said, is less than 0.01%.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm sorry, $ is the determining factor, not what advertising campaign, what Magic Formula Y.
But yeah, and that's you and I as a consumer. But like I was saying before, that thank the Lord that there are different types of consumers. You know, like people that fight to have everything that they purchase under one brand or what have you. I mean, that's how we have so many varieties of products, if you will. And no matter how ridiculous the product is, it nonetheless, its presence does contribute to other things being cheaper, driving better technology and things. So, well, I'll knock a lot of things like this battery charger. Hey, it's a thing that's here now, and it will play its part in the market, and somebody will hopefully laugh at it and say, hey, look at our product for $10, it does it better than yours, you know.
Well, no, and that's the thing. Like, I've been in those offices you're talking about where, like, you walk in and everything's wall-to-wall Mac and everything else and yada yada and so forth. And I don't know what the average consumer thinks of this, but when I walk into an office like that, the first thought that comes to my head is, how much am I about to be ripped off to pay for all of this?
If you're in that environment and it's an all-Mac environment, typically the clients that they deal with will be really of the same mentality. And look, I'm part of a lot of that. I mean, I get a chance, I guess, in what I do to experience the different types of consumer worlds. You know, whether it's all Windows, all Linux, all Mac.
Well, no, that's the thing. I think as soon as you start getting into that purist, one of my core philosophies is strength through diversity. And that is, all of them have their place. And if you try and be a purist in any way, shape, or form, you're not doing the best job you can. You're not servicing your client or the end user or anyone as good as you could be. Because you're narrowing your scope to it must fit in this box in this world, which at the end of the day costs it costs your client both in terms of money and time, because you may be making a mountain out of some molehills.
Well, there's one bit of good logic, and I think you're about to touch on it, is that while we can respect consumers for saying they want all Apple or all Dell, what have you, is that the one bit of advice would just say, don't limit yourself. If you go look at other products and give them a chance, because as a consumer that would dictate that you obviously have more options to test against to make a better decision. And if it is such that you did test the other products and for whatever reason, whether maybe it's the aesthetics and or it's that brand unison that plays a higher priority for you as a consumer, that is the driving factor for you to buy that Apple battery charger, then so be it. And I respect that decision.
Well, no, like you're saying, even though to me it's even though to me it's completely worthless, I have never, and I've stayed away from this in all my Apple bashing I've ever done. If somebody comes to me and goes, I bought a Mac because I just liked the way it looked. It spoke to me. I liked it. I'm yada yada and so forth. I like the aesthetics of it. It's important to me. I understand I paid $1,000 more for it, but that was worth $1,000 to me. I'm like, okay, I don't agree with you, but you're buying it for the right reasons. It's when they buy it for this bullshit of, oh, well, it's better and it's more efficient, and and they buy into all the BS. I'm like, and then they regurgitate it to me because they want to feel good about the fact that they basically got shystered. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. You must agree with and buy the BS because otherwise I got screwed. No, it's like, I'm like, no, I'm not going to make you feel better about being.
With Medion is that, yeah, I love OS 10 as an operating system, and I'll defend it tooth and nail. But as the Mac package, that also includes hardware, and I'm a custom builder. I prefer to build my own. And especially since the switch to Intel, I can use better hardware and options for performance. And one thing I cannot stand from other Apple fans is I'm big on overclocking. Intel is
yeah. Well, it's for those of you who are wondering, because Bit's been making some comments about Intel stuff. We're not going to talk about it in this video. I'm going to be starting Tech Babble back up in a week or two, and we will talk about it there because that's a topic that's not really appropriate for here. But yeah, on that, it's overclocking has gotten a little harder than it used to be, and Intel is largely responsible for that and other things.
Here's what the Apple user says: "Well, I don't need to overclock. I have no reason to overclock. We're just fine the way we are."
Well,
right?
The
Intel architecture, you can make that.
Okay, your like audio just got real low for a second. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, one of the mentalities in all of that. And I just don't get it. It is like Skype doing auto adjust or something?
Sure. There, that went off.
Okay, there it goes. Okay. There you go, you're back.
It's a problem with, and let me tell you, Skype, I have Windows 7 on this machine, and that's what I'm going through. And Skype does not shut down. I have to do the 3-finger salute to get it to go off.
No, I hear you. I have the same problems here every so often. It's just
God, it's a pain in the ass.
I'm looking for a better system. This isn't the best solution. It's just the only solution right now.
Skype really, this newer version's really ticked me off.